Okay, so Markiplier's new Edge of Sleep that just premiered on Amazon, I think a couple days ago. I don't know, my perception of time is a little bit fucked up. Basically, what it's about Markiplier's character. I forgot his fucking name. He has these kind of wacky dreams. He has this problem where he has a very hard time sleeping and stuff because he's always having these really crazy but fuckingly insane nightmares that fucked up his life, his relationships, and all that. And now, in the present day, there's all this weird stuff going on. A lot of people are sleeping and they're just not waking up. And that's where the mystery comes in. And Markiplier and the gang, I forgot their names as well. They got to get together and try to fight off the elephant. And it's particularly really good. I'm about to add two reallys on there, but it only gets one. So starting off the pros, I think it's shot pretty well. Like this is not a YouTube movie show. I mean, this is a show. The distinction between a YouTuber kind of production, that kind of perception you have of it, and the perception of a high production value, uh, high worked on thing is very wide. That gap is very wide. It's very high production. It's really good. It shows in its visuals, its lighting, and its effects. Like it's like prosthetics, particularly the being they're fighting the elephant. The elephant prosthetics are very good, and the editing is also really good as well. But you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword, a very sharp double-edged sword. You know, well, I'll rescind that. More of like a lopsided double-edged sword. So keep that in mind. Another pro is the characters. The characters are they're good. I think they're fine. I think all the actors they're doing a good job, especially Mark. I want to say Mark towards the start. I was still kind of feeling the kind of recoil that you get when you see a YouTuber in some kind of production is that I still saw Markiplier as Mark, not the character he's trying to portray. But towards the end, specifically the halfway point between episode 3 to 6, that's where I started believing who his character was. That's where he started disappearing into the role, and that's where he became his character. I know I'm kind of glazing the character, and I and like it's a little goofy that I forgot his name, but yeah, Mark really disappears in the role. Like I forgot he was Markiplier for a moment because the acting was actually good, and that's the same across the board. So the characters are S A tier. They're fine. They're good. I like the whole nature. A vibe is very important to me. A vibe and tone is very important to me when reading, watching, listening to anything, and it nails down the tone perfectly. It's weird. It's mysterious. It's a little unsettling. It's you know it's the edge of sleep. It has its own identity, and I love it because of the tone. It hooked me in almost immediately. I wasn't planning to watch as much as I was tonight, but ironically, I couldn't go to sleep, so I just blew through it. So yeah, when it comes to tone, all that, that's the tone is probably the best thing about it, I'd say. So here we got some cons. We have some cons. So, first con, I want to say the script. The script feels a little odd. It's off. And not off in a good way, you know.
And you know, the more I spend time with this chick, the more I think she might actually be batshit insane.
She's intense.
Yeah, but I kind of like her.
Hey, any of y'all coming up yet?
No.
Just me then.
I think some of the lines are a little too much, but not enough to like bother the average viewer. I think you'll enjoy it. But yeah, in general, the lines are a little weird. And another thing is, I want to say, I glazed the editing before, but the editing can sometimes be a little strange. There's a couple scenes that feel disjointed, and this segues into the pacing. The pacing is very odd because not only is this only 6 episodes, but each of them are 20 are what 17 minutes long. They're very short, and you can feel that, and it kind of feels a little rushed. I mean, rushed in the most lightest term possible. We're talking rushed as in lightly pushing the tone of the term rushed. It feels like that sometimes. It's mostly I see these problems in like the earlier episodes, like the start of it. It feels like that. The pacing is a little odd, but yeah, it's a big con right there. Not a big, but it's not biggie, but it's a con. Kind of crescendo this. Last, the last statements I have to say about this is, it's just it's solid. It's pretty. It's not airtight, but it's pretty solid. As a start, I think this is a very good start, especially the ending. The ending was very interesting. When it comes back to the tone like really pulls you in, and I think the strongest thing about the tone is the mystery. The mystery is very good. I'm really curious what's going on. I'm really curious what is going to happen, and I want to see the characters I'm seeing on the screen progress for better or for worse. And I think that's a really good foundation. I believe Mark made a very solid show, very solid foundations, very solid everything, but it can be better. There's definitely improvements, and I trust Mark 100% to improve upon these. So, yeah, watch it. Please. Even if you're not a Markiplier fan, watch it. I think it's very interesting. I think the concept of sleep, dreams, nightmares, all that, in conjunction with the real world and vice versa, is very interesting. And I feel like we haven't had something like that in a while. So, yeah.
Look.
Thank you. Thank you so much.